Hello my friends. In this video I'd like to share a personal story about an event that forever changed my professional life. And it all started with a car crash. It was the spring of 2008 and I was finishing my master's degree at the Cleveland Institute of Music. I was working two jobs, one as a bartender and waiter at a restaurant, and the other teaching students in their homes, a door-to-door kind of thing. Between these two jobs, I was working 7 days a week, probably about 60 hours. If you included my practicing and my studying for school, it was probably closer to 100 hours of work every week in various forms. I really didn't like the restaurant job, really didn't like it. It was in kind of a bad part of town, it was pretty demoralizing, but I was working my way through school, I was paying my own rent and bills, and it felt like I really needed to hang on to every income-producing opportunity possible because of this. That all changed one day. I was on my way to teach a student. This happened in Shaker Heights, Ohio. I was on the main road, going a little faster than I probably should have. I was going around 45 in a 40, but I had the right of way. The way this road worked was if you were on the main road, you had the right of way, and anybody crossing that road was supposed to yield. So what should happen this fateful day, but I'm coming up on one of these intersections and an elderly driver, about 86 years old, driving a Jaguar, of course, pulls out in front of me right as I'm basically on top of the intersection and crash. Everyone was okay, but my car was totaled. And I did not have car insurance. I was dumb at the time. I let my insurance lapse because I figured, hey, this is expensive. This is probably never gonna happen to me. And then it did. I still had the no longer valid insurance card in my glove box and hoped that nobody would ask further about it. And thankfully they didn't, because it was so completely the other driver's fault. But instantly this brought my work life to a pause because I had no car. I couldn't get to the restaurant job, I couldn't get to my students' houses. And even once things got settled with once things got started with the insurance company and I had a rental car, the rental car died after a day or two. And they sent somebody out, they couldn't get it started. They had to tow it back to the rental car place. It's almost like the universe was trying to give me a sign. Meanwhile, I called the restaurant job, I left a message, I told them what happened. They never really called me back, they didn't ask me if I was okay, they didn't ask when or if I'd be coming back. That really put a lot into perspective about that job. But the point is, I was at a pause in my work life, and I felt what it was like to not have that restaurant job for a little while. And the relief was palpable. And as I crunched some numbers, I realized that I could actually be fine without the restaurant job. And even without the restaurant job, that presented some better opportunities because I could pick up more teaching that way, which brought in more money and less time and had more integrity, and it was involved with the field that I'm actually in. So once I had my new car, my new permanent car, I decided that I was not only done with the restaurant job, but I was done with non-music employers. So from that moment to this day, that was the last non-music job I've ever had and the last non-music job I ever will have. So the takeaway from this is if you, my dear viewer, are working any kind of job, especially that's not in your field, that you really don't like, and you can afford to drop it or drop some days or take a break, whatever, give it a try before you get into a car accident. And don't forget to always have car insurance. Highly recommended. It's really, really scary if you get into a car crash when you don't, even if it's the other driver's fault. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do consider hitting that subscribe button if you'd like to hear more videos from me and from us at South Shore Piano School, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.